All right, guys. So, welcome back. That was a whole minute of nothing. You're welcome. I'm just positioning the boat, and apparently the camera was focused on some other things, but here we go. We are still at the same location. I'm just repositioning the boat to get a different angle and try and pick off some fresh fish, not the ones who have seen my bait 100 times and wondering, like, why does this fool keep sending the same bait? So, that's what we're doing right now. Let my trolling motor figure out where it wants to stop. Oh, we back, baby. Trey's in the house. He got a taste of seeing me catch one bass, and he thinks that I could do that again. That's the fallacy there, Trey. You're like, hey, this guy might not suck. This guy might not suck, so let me give him another shot. He might be able to catch one fish, two fish, who knows. But I do appreciate you coming back, Trey. Here we go. We are throwing a Magnum trick worm in the color green pumpkin with a little bit of chartreuse tagged on the back. That is a different color than the one that we caught on the 3-pounder, and that is only because I could not find the watermelon seed ones in my boat. They might be, they might be in here. Who knows? Let me check. Nope. Yep. Well, would you look at that? I finally found them. But in the words of my people, ya pa qué, because I'm already throwing this other worm, so we will put that on the deck for now, just in case we need it. So it is 7:30-ish Central Time. We have caught one tiny little dink on a topwater popper, and we caught a 3.5-pounder. I did say we were going to go and beat the banks, but then the 3-pounder was all like, nah, hold off, homie. Do not go to the banks just yet, because we got another one. He's a little guy. He's a little guy. He's a spot. Very energetic. Cost me a worm, that son of a gun. Let me see if I can get my worm. I'm more interested in getting my worm than him. Oh, the worm went too far. Oh, well. The worm's back. I might get this worm, guys. There's no reason this worm should be one fish. It's like baits are expensive. Well, the bait's gone. Fish is still on there, bros. That was a good hook set. So we repositioned ourselves on this point. Whoa, relax, player, relax. And we caught this little dink. This little dink spot. I don't know if you guys can see that with the way the sun is doing its thing. We caught a dink spot. So Trey, I can catch more than one fish. He's a little fatty though. A little fatty, just a little dink spot. I can't believe he cost me my worm on the first fish. We cannot be catching one fish off of every single worm. We go broke out here, bro. And now my line is caught in my Leatherman clip. Awesome, awesome. Total failure. Now we're throwing this. See, it seems like every time I catch a fish, I just switch off to a different color. Makes no sense. But now I'm going back to that watermelon seed. Hopefully this bait lasts more than one fish. Olivia and Lily showing me some positive vibes, hoping that I do great. I appreciate that. Trey showing some humility, saying that I'm doing better than he usually does. If I read that correctly. If I didn't, well, sorry if I accidentally insulted you, Doug. But I am like slow rolling this bait down there, dudes. I am just bouncing it little by little. And catch a donkey. I'm 11. Can you give me some bait decisions? Well, I can suggest some things, but like all things fishing, it's very situationally oriented. So depends on the weather, what you're fishing, where you're fishing. If I were to be, are you fishing from a boat, the bank? What are we talking about here? All right, so that little fish allowed us to keep our live stream streak going at 2. Ballyhoo chunks for saltwater works pretty good. All right, 305. I'll have to take, you're the subject matter expert for the saltwater because I do not saltwater fish. So I will believe you, player. Trey, just to get some fish caught, use live bait. All that will work. Trey is correct. Or some silver sides. Okay, now we're starting to drop down this spot right here. What live bait? You're in good hands, Olivia and Lily. These guys will let you know what live bait. I'd be careful with using bluegill, Olivia and Lily, because in some states, some game fish, it's illegal to use game fish as bait. But check your state regulations. I don't know where you guys live. And do not put where you live. If you guys are actually 11, do not put where you live. This is the internet, of course. That's what I'm talking about. People helping each other out in the comments. Ask a question. Somebody's here to help you out. Because nobody knows everything. We're at the 12-minute mark. We have only one little fish. All right, Jackson. Well, what's up? Doggy man back in the house. What's up? We are at the 13-minute mark. We have 17 minutes left to catch more than one little dink fish, one little dink spot. I think I might change to a shaky head, but let me reposition real quick. Get fresh angles here. I'm in 12 feet of water. There's not really that much grass here. I got to throw up to the top to get in the grass, work my worm through there, and pop it out into the what looks like barren dirt or something along those lines. Appreciate you showing up to the channel, Jackson. All right, Trey, appreciate you showing up when you did, and hopefully you were entertained with the fish you saw me catch, since you had never seen that before. Catch a largemouth or an actual bass instead of catfish and things like that. Have a good one, dog. All right, so definitely I see the grass line. I see what looked to be a couple fish on there. I'm going to try and pop out that grass and so we are running through that hydrilla right now. That's good grass to be in. Let me let it settle down in there. It took a while for it to drop. Thank you, Trey. Thank you very much for letting people know that. Thank you, Jackson. If you can spread the word, my friend. We are live on Lake Guntersville on Sunday morning and Wednesday afternoon, guaranteed, weather permitting, of course. and then randomly throughout the week. But you will catch me on those days. Now, the question is whether I will catch on those days. That is yet to be determined. But today, we have caught a couple. Oh, blowing up on some fish over there, huh? But those look like little fish. I don't know if you guys can see all that action right there. Looks like little fish, though. And that's what I had in this other spot over there, just some blow ups on the top water, but it was just little fish. So what I think I might do is throw the chatterbait up to the top and then run back with the worm to clean up in case I didn't get any bites or we pick off a few. Because it should be maybe I'm not letting the worm soak enough. Let me toss one time back to the point of this hump. Run that back, and then we'll run that chatterbait all across the top of this, and then we'll roll back. We have 12 minutes left in this live stream. Then we'll move and probably beat the bank for a little bit. Appreciate those vibes, Jackson. Those big fish vibes. I like it. I like it. Now let's make it happen. Let it settle down there. Slow roll them. Patience is key. Starting to get a little northeast wind coming through. I felt a little nibbly, but I guess it was nothing. All right, let's get that chatterbait out. Burn it across the top. And make something happen. Thank you, Jackson. Thank you for showing up, bro. Have a good day, man. Let's get on these big boys. I appreciate that, dog. Hitch by Hitch. Stopping by. Wishing me luck. That's good people right there. Just stop by. Smash the like button. Good people. Even though they're not out here fishing, still wishing the good luck. So we are hitting that hump right there. Throwing a chatterbait out to the top of it. Gets a little shallow up there. Let's see what the chat says. That was my boy Jackson. Just wishing me to have a good day. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Where's that camera pointing? That's about where the action will be, guys, if I hook into a fish. So I'll put it in that direction. So we've caught one tiny little spot here at this spot. No pun intended. We are running a chatterbait over the top of this hump. I am in 14 feet right now, but it gets shallow up top. I'm going to let the chatterbait settle down to the bottom and then try and act like I know what I'm doing with a chatterbait. I'm not the best with a chatterbait. Got one. Just as I say I'm not the best, I happen to land one. What are the odds? He's not big, but it's a fish. So, we got a fish off the chatterbait, off the top, but again, not big. But I did let it sink to the bottom that time. Maybe I was running it too high. Dude, this guy is tiny. This guy is tiny. But he's still a fish. So, two fish, two tiny fish. The other one was a spot. This one is a largemouth. Two tiny fish in this live stream. We currently have, sorry guys, my coasters don't let me see. We got about another 5 minutes to run this chatterbait over the top. Let it sink down, do its thing. Dude, I thought it was grass for a second even. I thought it was grass, and I was like, bro, did I just say I hooked into a fish, but it was actually grass, and I'm going to look like a fool? Maybe. But luckily, it ended up being a magnifying glass necessary fish. Let's put it back to the angle at which I believe the fish action will happen, so you guys can see the splashes, if any. You probably weren't able to see the splashes of that fish because I mean, he barely rippled the water. So the, excuse me, the trees that you see out there, that's the area that we will be beating the bank at. We'll go over there real quick, beat the bank, see if we can catch one of these guys popping out the grass. I have been catching a few more fish on a chatterbait, but I guess practice does help. I used to never throw this bait because, oh, would you look at that? A little fish is following me. I would never throw this bait because I couldn't catch off of it. But then my homie, Central Bassin, told me, bro, just throw the chatterbait. Don't be scared. So I continue to throw it. And I'm slowly building confidence in it. Oh, sorry guys, I'm now casting over here. I pulled a bait and switch on you guys. Pun intended on that one, dudes. Okay, it's at the bottom. We have a minute and a half on this live stream left. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Again, we'll be on until probably 11:30 Central Time. 11:30 a.m., that is. Don't want to add to the rumors that I never leave the water. Hank, what's up, man? Glad you can join us. We are out here fishing Lake Guntersville. We'll be fishing it till 11:30 a.m. Central. Popping in every now and then, moving to different spots. The lives last 30 minutes, which this one's about to end in a little bit. And then we move to another spot. But I do appreciate you tuning in. Hopefully we can catch a fish for you on one of these lives. We're going to beat the bank on the next one, guys. That's the game plan. Beat the bank.